from her first run. We knew that she was pulling back and that she was going to have a whole new run, essentially, for the secondary runabout. And that's what's exactly happening.
Aori putting it down so far. 15 seconds to go. She's got to finish big.
I think she does have to finish big.
And she does it. There's that crooked grind down the big rail.
See, Aori knew that if she just laid down a similar run, maybe change one or two things, but she got a 6. So if she gets anywhere close to a 6, she's looking pretty good. That was a great front nose grind.
It's a beautiful run.
Really comfortable on the handrails on that front truck with the crooked grinds and the front nose grinds.
7.1, good enough for the lead. 13.1 overall. Aori Nishimura up in the lead. We'll be back with more second runs after this. Welcome back to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil for the Women's Super Crown Final. This is the World Championship, and it is a major, major event. Tons of great skating so far. Aori Nishimura from Japan is in the lead. This is the second run of 2 for Alexis Sablone. She's currently in 8th place. Alexis in 8th place needs a 9.1 to move up into the lead. I think she's just going to have to put in a solid run and then take it into best trick.
Absolutely. A solid run really sets you up for the later parts. You don't want to have to do a 9 club trick just to kind of make up those extra points, whereas you'd rather have a bunch of 7-point tricks.
Slow and steady can win the race here.
It sure can.
Oh, Alexis going for it. Okay, you saw how long that triple set just stretched out in front of her.
What's incredible to me is that she also saw how long that triple set was and still tried to land that kickflip that was clearly not going to clear the last stair. But that commitment level is why we are all such huge fans of Alexis, and have been for so many years.
Both of those were beautiful attempts, just a little too short. I'm hoping to see that in best trick, I'll tell you that. Alexis is going to have to settle for a 3.2 on run number 2, up 2. Moving on, 2-time defending Super Crown champ Lacey Baker on deck, coming off of a 6.4. Very solid start. What do you think we're going to see from her in this run?
Well, what I'm hoping is once we saw that highlight reel of Lacey skating in all white, that Lacey was skating with a fire inside. And I'm hoping that we see that type of fire come out during the second run and then the 5 tricks. That was a great wrangling of that 5-0.
But what do you see from this Lacey right now that we're missing from the other one?
I think that there are nerves involved and there's strategy involved here.
Maybe playing it smart.
I think it's playing smart.
Too smart.
It's possible. Sometimes a little bit of a no brains, no headache helps
like
out.
that.
Helps out big time.
Here she is putting it together once again. Solid run. So she's going to go into best trick with 2 solid scores. And I think after putting in those runs, she's got to be feeling good. She's going to loosen up, put the hammer down.
Absolutely. I think that she went with her safe moves, the nose slide pretzel that she's known for, that she does really well. And this might just also be that she focused on her 5 singles.
Look at that, 6.5. Puts her into second place with a 12.9 overall, just 0.2 of a point behind Aori.
I think that there's a big point of this contest being almost 2 contests, because normally there are contest skaters who do really well at either a best trick contest or a run contest. SLS merges the 2, and sometimes people focus on one or the other.
Mariah Duran in for her second run, coming in 8th. All she needs is a 7.2. She can do that to take the lead here in her second run.
I mean, easier said than done saying
yeah.
all she needs is a 7.2.
Good point.
That's a lot of moves.
That's actually all hammers.
Yeah. That's tough. I mean, this is the finals. They will be judged accordingly. I like the 2 different color shoelaces, 1 black, 1 white. Excellent, excellent front feeble again. I'm excited to see what she gets out of this, because it was a good run. Messed up the backside flip again, though, which would really improve the score. Look at that front feeble, just pinched on the toe, her back toe hanging off to create the leverage that she needs to really lean over it. She gets a 6.0, which is an excellent score. Bumps her into 3rd with a 12. Really closes up the gap, gives her less to do when it comes to the 5 singles.
She's right in contention with that score. Now, pressure's on Leticia. She's the only one with 1 run left.
But if she did just mimic her last run, she's in 1st.
True, but she's already seen now everybody kind of just come through, doing what they need to do, and now she knows she needs to do it.
I feel like that was a better 5-0 already.
You're right, that was a beautiful front tail fakie too.
I like that roll-in grind, reminiscent of 80s vert skateboarding. A stronger crook fakie as well. First run, it looked like it almost got away. This one did not.
So Leticia had a 6.8 on her first run, needs a 6.4 to take the lead here.
I think that she easily beat that score if she made that tray flip. That would have been a very easy win.
I think that crooked grind was after time.
I don't know. Maybe the judges, it's overall impression. I wonder if that will play a factor. But with or without the crook, she did a really good line.
Agreed. And she did a great job of just handling business, doing what she needed to do, putting it down.
Great front tail fakie.
And you know what? Everybody's in a good spot moving into the best trick now. No one blew it. It's like, okay, clean slate. Let's see who can win it in best trick.
Absolutely. So it's shaping up. That front tail fakie was very Chad Muska reminiscent.
Waiting on that score, 6.1. That's good enough for second place behind Aori Nishimura with the 13.1 overall. Take a look at Leticia's Instagram, throwing up the horns. Those tattoos. Let's see. So follow SLS on Instagram at SLS. Please do for all the updates, results, highlights, photos, videos, clips, everything else you want to know about what's going on. So we'll be back with Best Trick.
Agora é a hora de, como a galera diz por aí, de jogar o sal. Não tem como economizar nada, não tem que ainda guardar a carta na manga, tem que mostrar o cadeado e tem que disparar o arsenal, não, Fabio? Tem que mostrar serviço. Colocada a competição. Não tem mais brincadeira, não tem mais estratégia, lá pra cima, e boa sorte pra todos. É isso aí, daqui a pouquinho a gente volta com mais informações.
Welcome back, everybody, to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Possibly the best location possible for an SLS Super Crown Final and the World Championship of Skateboarding. We are inside Karaoke Arena, and we're going to throw it down to Andrew Cannon for a report.
Thanks, Paul. We've got 2 runs under our belts right now, and our top 3, Lacey, Leticia, and Aori, are all really, really close. Aori stepped it up on that second run, adding the nose grind and getting the crook within the time and was rewarded. But right now, it's a really, really close race, and each one of these skaters is known to be able to put those tricks down when it matters. So we've got 5 best trick attempts left, and we'll find out who's our world champion. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Andrew Cannon. Now let's take a look at the basics for some understanding on how this format works. We've seen the run section. Each skater had their 2 45-second runs. Now we're gonna see best trick section. Each skater gets 5 attempts. Now, the top 4 scores overall are the ones that count from either section. You can count 2 from runs, 2 from best trick, none from runs, 4 from best trick.
I mean, you cannot win from runs alone. So you do have to lay it down here, but the contest can be won solely in the best trick section.
That is very true. And the pressure builds after every try, though. Each one becomes more and more important. Now, the order is also reshuffled going into best trick. So the skater who's in 8th skates first after the run section, and the skater in first goes last, and that is going to be Aori Nishimura going last.
That has always been a trouble for me when I'm on the course, because I remember going after this person.
Right, right, and then they flip the script on you. So there's your current leader, Aori Nishimura. She's going to be going last, so she can relax as much as that can be done out here. But first in will be Alexis Sablone, who finished the run section in 8th place with a total score of a 7.3. So she's the one with the most work to do.
But if she lays down 3 tricks, a 7.3 is nothing to shake a stick at.
Right. And we all know she's capable, because she can throw down big moves.
That's just poor planning. That trick is so hard.
And that goes back to the head game that Andrew was talking about. She struggles. She has a tough time sticking to a simple game plan.
Totally.
You know, you get into it, all of a sudden you're behind and you feel like you need to make it up, and you want to make it up now.
Yeah, well, also with the no brains, no headaches, she has a brilliant mind, and I think it's really hard to calm that.
So Pamela Rosa coming in real smart with the ollie over the bar. She did it in her run, follows it up first try.
Although I don't think that that's going to score that high, especially knowing these same judges judged yesterday, and they saw 180s over that as singles.
This is a different day, different scoring. We'll see how it fares. I think you're right. Because what did happen yesterday in semis, a lot of the women saw that was counting for a lot, and they all started doing it. And it became sort of like, okay,
you were right. You were right.
7.
A 7.
It's a huge score.
If I were a woman on the course right now, I would redirect to go ollie that.
Think about this. There was only one run that did better than a 7. Okay, so an ollie over the bar right now is huge.
Whoa.
Karen de Barros going down on the
Karen
kickflip.
almost pulled that kickflip, although it was unpullable.
She was wrangling.
Yeah, like toes on the nose.
So Virginia Fortes Aguas, 12-year-old Brazilian, skating in her first Super Crown, going for her first best trick attempt. Nice. Smart.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Paul. I was gonna say nice, smart move. Feeble grind. You just got some practice doing it earlier. You can throw it out. It's funny because the whole run adds to one score, many tricks, but then you do them singles and they score okay.
So we see a lot skaters win it in best trick. Maybe they use one run score, maybe not. Mariah Duran coming in with the front side feeble.
I'm really excited to see that front feeble work out because yesterday in practice, she kept missing the front feeble. And Andrew and I were sitting on the sidelines wondering how, because she does them so well and did them so well before and then missed like one after the other. And so today she's 3 in with a 7.9. That is a great score. That's what you want.
Highest score so far here in the Women's Super Crown Final. Mariah Duran sitting in first place. 3 scores on the board. Lacey Baker, she's in.
So we're seeing a lot. That was the best nose slide pretzel that she's done today. But we are seeing a lot of that strategy of pulling one of the tricks out of your line and doing it as your opener piece in the best trick section. That strategy is on fire right now.
It's just too smart. You can't, if you've watched SLS and you watch the progression, you know that it's just a good idea. Lacey Baker, 8.0, first place.
That was excellent. Just the right amount of sweep to make it interesting. No tic-tac.
All right, Leticia Bufoni.
The volume just got raised.
Best trick attempt, number 1. Wow!
Whoa!
So that's not gonna count. So close.
That was really close. I mean, she rode for a while before finally falling off.
What do you think the score for that trick gets versus a front feeble?
I mean, yeah, we're seeing a front feeble on the rail, which is cool, but it's way different than a gap to board slide on the scary item that nobody skated yet.
And that ends at face high.
Anything near face high is daunting. Wow!
Aori puts it down.
That's how you swing a hammer. You want a good score? That's a good score.
Lip slide.
And
bolts.
And that is a tricky part of this, going before somebody else, not knowing what they're going to do. Leticia would have changed her plan had Aori gone before her.
9 Club! Aori Nishimura. Her first ever 9 Club.
Wow, that's awesome. Congratulations to her on that. It was done really well. Look at this lip slide, diving the nose to make sure that she doesn't hit her tail on the way up. Does a perfectly placed lip slide in the middle of the board and landed without a hand down, without any sort of like contest wrangling of a move on the ground.
Clean. That is incredible.
I'm interested to see what that does to the rest of the competition now.
It raises it.
Everybody has to adjust what they were going to do unless they're okay with losing.
Second attempts. Here we go. Alexis Sablone coming in 8th place. Man.
You know what I wonder? If that score would be worth how hard that trick is. A kickflip over a rail the wrong way.
And there's a lot of ways to do it wrong.
Yeah, the only way that would work easy is if you had goat legs and your knees bent backwards.
Pamela Rosa going for it. and making it work. Pam coming in 5th place.
And after watching this, Leticia can gauge what would I get for the board side. Is it worth it with my run scores?
We'll soon find out.
That board side almost didn't happen.
8.5. And we have a new leader in Pamela Rosa. We're going to see that leaderboard move around quite a bit over the next few tries until they all get 4 scores on the board.
See, I thought, forget the board side, now you do the whip side, but with an 8.5, do the board side.
Right.
Why not?
That is a beautiful frontside flip.
That was a beauty of a frontside flip. The way she caught it was so good. Almost like a Kerry Getz frontside flip on a quarter. Look at this. Look at that catch. Wow, that was excellent. Same speed coming down the ramp that she took off with.
6.6. So we see very quickly here, going big is paying off versus going tech.
Well, there is no impact when doing a frontside flip on a quarter pipe. Although it's very hard, there is no impact to make you wheel bite or fall forward. And that's why the big stuff is rewarded the way that it's rewarded.
Frontside lip slide, Virginia Aguas hanging on.
That was a hectic front lip.
There was all kinds of things going on there.
She was balancing out, Dan Rogers style. Look at this, whoa, yes.
Going for some sort of a transfer.
Yeah, she popped the wheelie. It makes it so interesting looking.
Yeah, like
yes.
teeter-totter.
Hey, I'm a huge fan of that lip slide.
Needs a 7.3 for first. She gets a 4.9. I think it was docked for the crowd doesn't love that score, but I mean, the judges want clean tricks.
Also, they just saw a lip slide on the top turnbuckle.
Mariah Duran needs a 3.5 to take the lead.
Wow. Hey, that would score incredibly well. A flip in to a gap to ledge, that's going to do really well for her if she makes it.
A gap to ledge down a triple set.
You do have to clear the last stair too. You can't roll up to that sluggish.
Lacey Baker also in a spot to just do anything and take the lead. Coast to coast to 180.
Back 5, 180. I don't think that's going to score that great. But it will score well enough that it will move her up.
We'll find out.
It was done really well.
Are you saying it's an easier trick, or is it because it's not a big impact trick?
It's not a big impact trick. They've already seen her do it. It's on the lowest obstacle out there.
And you're right.
It was cool.
She got a 5.1. Not a great score. Leticia Bufoni, she's got work to do here. And she does it.
Okay, she did it. That was good strategy. With an 8.5 being awarded for board sides, she just did that board side better than the 8.5 board side. So that was smart.
What do you think? Somewhere between an 8.5 and a 9?
I think probably an 8.6, 8.7.
Yeah.
Because she did do that really solid on the right part of her board.
8.5.
8.5.
So, same. Pam Rosa and Leticia Bufoni, 8.5s with the backboards.
I mean, but we aren't seeing 4 scores yet.
Right. As soon as we get 4 scores, I think we're going to start to get a really good idea of who's going to have a chance of taking it. Oh, feeble transfer.
Yes.
Chris.
That's a great score. That's a really good move, a dangerous move. The judges know. They all skate. They know what that's like. Going into something that has a dog leg, you can fall on the wrong side of that rail. They're going to award it, and she did it really well.
All she needs is a 4.0 to take the lead. She's in 3rd. This is her 4th score.
Yeah.
8.0.
She did that
wow. Aori Nishimura is turning up the heat. We'll be back with 3rd best trick attempt after this.
So after the contest, he left the skate park behind, and I think it was the best thing that could happen to the neighborhood. The possibility created for the skates by leaving this behind is a huge thing.
Vi får väl se sen om du visar ett trick.
She's super cool, super hyped. Really cool to see someone that young with that spark about skateboarding.
True Skate is the official mobile game of Street League skateboarding. Download the new 2018 SLS LA course on True Skate now. Welcome back to the World Skate SLS World Championship Women's Super Crown Final. We're in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, maybe one of the most beautiful cities on the planet. And we got a beautiful crowd out here today. Huge skate fans here in Brazil. Let's take a look at our current standings with 3 best trick attempts still to come. Japan's Aori Nishimura way out in head with a 30.1. Chris Cole, what do you think about these current standings and what we've seen so far?
Well, I think that we have strategy being played really well, especially by Aori. She has the tricks and the strategy to crank it up, but without 4 scores on the board for everybody, we're gonna see how it shapes up.
Aori really does have some of the highest scores of the day, including a 9.0 and an 8.0 in her first 2 best trick attempts. And Alexis Sablone has starting to fall victim of what she does, the mind game. So she has 2 tries left. Pamela Rosa coming in 3rd place, going for broke.
Pamela Rosa playing the game, knowing I can board side, I can lip slide. I saw Aori's lip slide do so well. I'm going for it.
Karen de Barros trying to put up her 4th score. She's in 7th, needs an 8.3 to move up into 3rd.
Oh, man. Hard flips are tricky like that. They don't always want to turn for you. But that would be a great score if she makes that hard flip.
Virginia Fortes Aguas from Brazil, attempt number 3.
Wow, hey, you see how far she boned that thing down? The nose on that ollie went so deep that that's gonna be a good score.
That's good. Now, does it matter that she kind of went off to the side of the rail and didn't take it straight on?
I don't know if that's going to matter because she did clear it no matter what. Plus, it looked so cool the way she did it.
6.8. Very good score. We saw the 7 is what an ollie over the end got. 6.8 for kind of sidewinding it, but with the nose bone. Solid score. Mariah Duran needs a 6.2 to move into 2nd. Andrew Cannon, what does she need to do to work her way up from here?
Well, she's going to have to put down the tech. We saw her with the kickflip 50, unfortunately getting away from her again, but we still are going to have those 2 more attempts. If she can do that, like you said earlier, Chris, that's going to be a high score.
She could win, I think, if she can make that and then put down 1 more trick.
And she's got one of the meanest hard flips out there, so depending on where she can pull it. But Lacey Baker.
Lacey's in 2nd place.
This isn't the fire inside Lacey that we've seen before, although tricks are still there. The style that she has when she skates is definitely still there.
All right, Leticia trying to get her 4th score.
She looks so focused right now.
She's very determined. She wants to win.
Hey now!
Yes!
Front 180 over the bear trap. Talk us through it.
That's going to score really well. And you see her power, like she has tons of muscle in her legs, and she didn't have to run as far or push as hard as everybody else to get to that front 180.
Another look.
That was a great front 180 and a different front 180. You see her shoulders lead that front 180 before her board even took off. She already had shoulders open.
8.2. That puts her into second place. Half a point behind Aori, but she's creeping up on her. And here comes Aori, current leader, trying to add to it. All right, so she's playing it safe with the ollie, quote unquote safe. She's trying to drop a score of a 6.0 on her run section, trying to add a point with hopefully a 7, right?
That is the goal for sure. It's a great strategy. She's doing a good job and also doing tricks. It's not just strategy.
There it is, 7.0. Good enough to add a full point to her lead, get rid of that 6. And now her low score is that 7 with 2 tries left.
That makes it harder on everybody else.
It really does. Now, Alexis coming in, she needs to make tricks. Both of them.
Coming back at that bump to hubba. The kickflip frontside 50-50 getting away from her.
And that's going to be it for Alexis. She has one more try, but it's not going to matter because she only has 2 scores.
Alexis is consistently a highlight reel skater. When she does a trick, it is awesome.
Oh, you could hear she hit on the way into that lip slide. That's so dangerous.
What's crazy is almost like a car crash when you can hear everything that's going on around you. When you're on the lip slide or you hit a rail on the way in, you hear it as a skater. You hear that, and that terror flies through you quickly.
Karen unable to get that kickflip into the backside 50-50. All right, Virginia, 12 years old, first time in the Super Crown final. This is unbelievable to have her out here and skating as well as she is.
Wow. Going for some airmail.
Lofty.
Frontside indie grab. Is it an indie grab if it's frontside air?
No, it's only an indie grab if it's backside. If it's frontside, it's just a frontside air. But she was going for it, and I think, I don't know that was the right trick, but let's take it to Mariah Duran. She needs a 9.8 to move into second.
Oh! Okay, so I use this example a lot. When you see BMXers going on a dirt track and they're launching those big jumps, it looks like it makes sense until they throw their bike out and bail, and then you go, wow, that's big. I can't believe how hard that is. Once you see Mariah bail that ollie, you can see how big that ollie actually is.
Lacey coming in, super important on this one. Oh, she sticks on the nose slide big spin.
So she's going to stay in third place with Leticia and Aori coming up. Lacey has one more attempt.
All right, Leticia Bufoni
needs a 7.7 to move into the lead. We know she can do it. What's she going to try to get there? Oh! She knows that's worth a 9, and she went for it. The lip slide.
That must be the trick she was saying she was scared of.
She came very, very close to that, and I think that she'll get it on the next go if she tries.
Now, Aori Nishimura playing the game like a champion out here and skating like a champ, too. It's not a game, she's skating, trying to add to her lead. Was that backboard to hand drag? What's up with that?
Yeah, the backboard to hand drag, I don't know how the judges are going to, how they're going to deal with that. Also, she has great scores already up on the board.
Was there going to be something else there because she lip slid it for the 9?
I actually expected as she dropped her board for it to be a crook because she has such a strong crooked grind.
Well, we'll see what she comes back with in the 5th and final attempts. Now, Beats Studio 3 wireless headphones designed for the SLS World Championships in Rio. The design draws inspiration from that boardwalk right there. One of Rio's most iconic images, the Copacabana boardwalk. First, second, and third place winners will receive the limited edition headphones. 2 of a kind, one for the women and one for the men. And we'll be back to crown a world champion when we return.
You push it down like this much and you're already like at 2,500, 3,000 RPMs. And the car is powerful. So it's like, boom, like you're barely touching the throttle response. It's crazy. It's good. It's real good.
Where do you want to go?
Oh, I'm gonna go in the shop. Get some memorabilia. Oh, the tees are nice. Let's go with this one. Oh, guys got me hooked. 150 for a coaster. Sounds good to me. Whoa, these kind of go with this shirt. Yeah, can I have this? I'm gonna be taking my money for the rest of my life. All right, so Venice Park.
Yep.
And we are back inside the Carioca Arena here in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil for the Women's Super Crown final at the World Championship. And this is coming down to the wire. It's the 5th and final best trick attempts. Chris, look at the standings. Aori Nishimura from Japan up on top with a big league 31.1. Leticia Bufoni, she's finished second the last 2 years, and she's in the chase. Lacey Baker, 2-time defending champ, in third with a 26. She's got a lot of work to do in this last best trick attempt. Chris, what do you think is going to happen?
Only time will tell. I have no idea what they're going to do.
All right, here we go. Top of the order, Alexis Sablone. She's in 8th place. The best she can do is move up into 7th, and she needs a big score to do it.
She can also entertain us with a really sick move.
Yes, she can.
Oh, that's such a
that's
bummer.
it. Alexis Sablone having a great year, and she's a legend. It's so great to see her out here skating. What would that have been if she made the kickflip front?
I'm saying that's a 9-club move. Kickflip front 50 is so hard, so difficult, and we didn't see anybody else even try that in this contest.
On deck, Pamela Rosa. She needs a 9.4, and the best she can do is 2nd place, so she is out of the hunt for the win. See what she has. Taking another look.
You can see
where'd it go wrong?
The front lip just got a little bit away from her. Right when she went off the rail, her feet shifted forward and she had no leverage to pull it back and pull it straight.
Pamela Rosa putting in a great showing here today. Solid tricks, solid run scores. Currently in 4th place, hoping to hang on to that. But she's got a few skaters to fend off. Here's Karen de Barros coming in. The best she can do is 4th. Not making that hard flip. But still, a rookie coming in skating in this arena. All this pressure here tonight, and she handled it like a champ. Chris?
With how many people, too, to come in the top 8 is huge. That hard flip just got away. It just didn't get that front foot, that flick.
And just a huge congrats to her for coming through the Global Open, finishing top 2 out of over 40 women.
It's a lot.
And making it here to the Super Crown in her first crack at it.
That's huge.
Virginia Fortes Aguas. Best she can do is 3rd. Nice!
Yeah!
Sticking her 4th of 5. best trick attempts.
The pressure's so on at that moment. And to flip your board, your legs feel like they're made of solid wood.
Listen to that reaction from the crowd. They appreciate and respect great skateboarding, especially when it's coming from a 12-year-old. Now, I think what it came down to tonight for her is she doesn't have quite the tricks yet to be in contention to win, but she did a lot of amazing skateboarding, and she's got a huge career ahead of her. A 5.1. The crowd doesn't love that, but that's an accurate score. I back the judges on this one.
I do
She had
too.
a great showing. She's got to be happy with her performance overall, and we're going to see a lot more from her. So next in, Mariah Duran. Best she can do is second place.
Picking up some speed.
There it is. She comes back with the ollie over the bear trap and sticks it. That's awesome.
You see how hard that ollie was? She hit her tail tough to make it over that. And, you know, she cleared it by a lot, but it's a mental game of knowing that you've got that safety blanket of space to be comfortable with. Yeah, I'm going to go for this.
Beautiful, 7.0. Nicely done, Mariah Duran, putting in another great showing, and it's good enough for third place for her for now. But Lacey Baker, two-time defending champ, on deck. Look at that, though. That means an 8.8 is the best she can do for second place. She is out of contention to win here tonight. Oh, that was huge! Wow.
That was done exceptionally well.
She is fighting for second place, and 8.8 gets it.
Will she get it?
Do you think she will?
I don't know. An 8.8, we've seen high 8s and whatnot for the top turnbuckle rail, but I don't know.
She did not quite do it. 7.6 puts her in on the podium, third place.
She gets the headphones.
Leticia Bufoni, 2015 Women's Super Crown champ. Second place the last 2 years. It comes down to this. She's trying to be world champion. There's the leader, Aori Nishimura. Leticia needs a 7.7 for the win.
Yes.
Oh!
Yes.
Lip slide to bolts. All right. A 7.7 moves her into first place.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So according to you, Leticia is going to move into first place, and it's going to come down to what can Aori Nishimura do to answer?
Look at this lip slide. Eye of the Tiger under-rotated a little bit, but she knew when she landed that she had it. Look how quick she reacts.
Yeah, she wasn't going to let that one go.
No, absolutely. She would have grabbed the board if it got away.
What do you think, Chris?
Oh, man.
Score.
High 8.
Needs a 7.7 to take the lead. 9 club! Leticia Bufoni! Launching into first place, a 32.5 overall score.
A humongous celebration right down there on the sidelines. Aori still has to go.
Okay, this is pressure. Aori Nishimura has never been on the podium. She's looking for her first ever SLS win. She wants to be the world champion. She needs an 8.5 to do it.
What is she gonna do?
We're about to find out here. The World Skate SLS World Championship Rio de Janeiro has been brought to you by Monster Energy.
Aori, amazing skating out there. Congratulations. Tonight it was a game of strategy. Tell me about your strategy as you watched it in the finals.
どういう作戦？なるべく難易度が高いトリックで挑んでいこうかなっていうふうな。
I know which tricks score high, so just try to land those first in the beginning and then place the rest of the run from there on.
Congratulations. You are our 2018 world champion, Aori Nishimura. Back to you guys.
Today's presenter has changed to Felipe Bonnier, head of sports for the state of Rio. Did he get that?
You got that, Spence? No response yet.